Hello everybody, and welcome back to Evolving Vibes. Welcome back to my videos. I do want to thank each and every one of you because I'm almost at 100 subscribers and it means so much to me. I really thank you so much for all the subscriptions that I've gotten, and I look forward to future subscriptions. So please, 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 if you haven't already, like, subscribe, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think and let me know what you want to see in future videos. And as for today's video, it's Beltane, right? So today's video is going to be about Beltane. Again, we're just continuing our series with the Wheel of the Year and going through each and every one of our pagan Sabbaths and talking a little bit about the history of it, as well as how we may, or you may, or all of us may celebrate it. We're all going to do it in our own very different way, and I'll bring that up as well. So please, again, thanks for liking, subscribing, leaving a comment, and now let's get talking about Beltane. So it's May 1st. I decided to do something a little bit differently and film outside since today is Beltane. It's a pretty beautiful day in New England today. A little windy, but very nice, sunny, and it's a warm, cool day, if that makes any sense whatsoever. And I'm in my yard now, and I'm just enjoying being outdoors, and I'm just enjoying the sounds of nature, the feel of nature, and just grounding myself out a little bit, because I am going to be going out in just a little while to get some errands done. So I decided I would actually put this video together as I'm getting into my day. So let's talk about Beltane, right? It's one of our Sabbaths. It falls between the spring equinox and the summer equinox. It's the celebration, if you will, of merging of spring to summer and the ending of one aspect, which would be spring, and the beginning of another aspect, which would be summer, and sort of merging them both together. We celebrate it on May 1st. A lot of people do it between April 30th or May 1st. In other words, a 24-hour celebration. And it gets its history from Ireland and Scotland. The Gaelic, it seems, were one of the first that were really celebrating Beltane on or about May 1st. And what they were actually celebrating was the ending of spring, moving the cattle and moving the animals into the summer farmlands for the summer to eat, get fat, procreate, all those good things, because that meant abundance to them, that meant health to them, and that meant that they would be able to carry over another season and another year. So they would have a celebration to protect, to celebrate fertility, and to celebrate and assure abundance. And this is called the Fire Sabbath, because fire plays a very big role in Beltane for a lot of different reasons. First and foremost, because we're merging from spring into summer, it's all about heat, it's all about fire, and that's where most of it comes from. We're celebrating the recurrence of the light, of the sun, and of the heat. And that being said, that makes the lands more fertile, makes the animals and people more fertile, and allows for us to grow and to receive and to obtain abundance. So to celebrate this Sabbath, what would happen is a bonfire would be created in an open field or in the center of a town. Once the bonfire was actually started, the townspeople would actually douse the fires around their home, their candles, their hearths, all of that. And they would all go celebrate at this fire. People would pass their animals and cattle through the smoke of this fire to bless them, to anoint them, to cleanse them, to assure that they would remain safe in the summer fields, and to assure abundance as well as fertility. This was also when a lot of people would either announce their engagements or would do some form of fasting ceremony. And part of that tradition stems around, again, that fire. Because townspeople, whether it be single or as a couple, would jump over a fire on Beltane. They would jump over the Beltane fire. That would anoint them, that would protect them, that would bless them with abundance and fertility, and that would allow them to also receive the blessings that the cattle are receiving. People that were about to become a couple would jump over the fire together. Therefore signifying commitment. leaving the realm of the single life and moving on through the threshold into the coupledom. When they could not use fire, or alternate to the fire, people would put down their besom or their broom, and that would signify a threshold, and people would jump over that for luck, for abundance, for fertility, or to commit to each other and to signify we're leaving the single life now and we're joining now to this coupledom or married life. Hand fastings would occur, and a lot of really just festive type events would happen throughout the process of the Beltane fire. They'd be feasting, they'd be partying, they'd be drinking and mead and all those good things. It was a very positive and very celebrated event. Now, towards the end of the Beltane fire, when everybody was getting ready to go back to their homes and go back to their houses and leave the event, they would all grab themselves a stick, a torch, whatever it might be, and they would light it from the Beltane fire. Then they would take that lit torch or stick, whatever it might be, back to their home, and they would relight their candles, relight their heart with the Beltane fire to assure prosperity, abundance, fertility, and protection to their homestead throughout the rest of the season, blessed by the Beltane fire. Now, once the fire was out and it was just ashes, they would take these ashes and they would draw protective sigils. They would put them inside of casings. They would use these ashes as a sacred ash to, again, protect, to bless, to consecrate, to assure fertility, to assure abundance. It would be used for all types of spells and rituals to move people forward through fertility, through protection, through abundance, good luck, all of those good things. And that tradition has carried through. It's had its wanes and its waxes, obviously, especially with how Christianity really took over the continent. And so a lot of this fell back to being, for lack of a better word, more subtle and more hidden, so the people that were doing it were protected and weren't being prosecuted. As we've moved forward, it's become more and more of a tradition. It's called Mayday. The maypole is based on Beltane, and dancing around the maypole is based upon Beltane. How we celebrate it today is by the maypole, is by celebration with dancing, going out and doing stuff, using brighter colors like yellow, red, tulips, using the colors yellow or red, either the way we dress or through our altars or through how we actually decorate our homes, and keeping the decorations up throughout the season. Some people will still have a bonfire. Fire pits are very common nowadays. Some people have a Beltane fire and do a lot of the same practices that were initially practiced at the original rituals, with using the Beltane fire to light candles, to jump over for protection, for luck, for cleansing, all those things, to commit to another person. And if the bonfire is too big, again, bringing their besoms or their brooms and laying them on the ground and doing that same thing. So a lot of traditions remain the same today, although tweaked for our own modern technology, our modern lifestyles, and obviously our modern living. I can't really have a bonfire back here. Actually, I could, but there's a lot involved in that. So tonight, what I'm going to be doing is celebrating Beltane in my own way. How that starts off is me getting outside and me just enjoying the warm rays of the sun, the sounds of nature, everything that comes along with that, with this wind, this cleansing wind, and just getting myself grounded a little bit. Then I'm going to go out and I'm going to do a little bit of errands that I have to do, being that it's a Saturday. However, I'm going to come back and I'll be setting up my Beltane altar today. I'll be starting a fire inside of my cauldron versus actually outside because of the wind and because of the convenience. And then I'll be utilizing that to light up my candles. So my Beltanes are going to consist of positive energy, using the fire as well as its ashes afterwards to do protective charms, to do abundance charms, to do things as again that relate to Beltane, and just enjoying the ritual within itself. And we'll talk more about that, and maybe later I'll put up a second portion of this video with my Beltane Altar, as well as a bit of my Beltane rituals. So my question is, leave in the comments, what are you doing for Beltane? What does Beltane mean to you? How do you celebrate it? How are you going to celebrate it today? And maybe even let me know if you have links to any pictures that you might have of your Beltane altar or your Beltane ritual or celebration. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to see it. Again, thank you so much for bringing me close to 100 subscribers. It really, really does mean a lot to me. You're helping me grow my channel. You're helping me produce more videos, and I'm hoping that you're enjoying the videos that I'm actually producing. And please be sure, leave a comment, let me know what you think, let me know what you might want to see. I already know there's some people that are asking for the 4 Thieves vinegar, as well as for some of my tea mixes and some of the recipes that I actually do. And I promise you, I haven't forgotten about that. I'm still going to be working on it. I'm still going to be producing it. And let me know anything else you might want to see, right? Again, thanks so much for watching my videos. I look forward to seeing you all again just a little bit later. And until then, be safe, be well, and as always, be blessed. So a portion of my Beltane celebration is going to be both setting up my altar, which I have not done yet, but along with that, just going outside and leaving some offerings to nature. I've got some bananas that I chopped up that I'm going to be putting around the yard because I've got some wildlife that really love the bananas. Along with that, I've got some bird seed I'll be putting out, and I'll also be putting out some honey. But just as an offering, and just as my normal ritual that I do throughout my day. My Beltane celebration generally is the whole day. I'm just celebrating each moment of the day and doing different things as they pop up for me to do. So that's part of my celebration, and I'll be putting more on here, I am sure, but I just wanted to give you some insight as to some of the things that I'm actually doing today in preparation and in conjunction with setting up my altar for my ritual tonight. Hi everybody. So we are back outside of my yard, and I brought you to where my sacred tree is. This tree and I bonded when I first met it, when I first moved in, and it's a place that I go to bring my magical offerings as well as to dispose of some of the ritual leftovers that I have, ashes and things of that nature. And as we look, you can see that this is a most wonderful, wonderful tree. It's huge. It goes all the way up, and it's just been here forever. And it's just really a magical tree to me. It just means a lot to me. And I'll spend a lot of time just hanging out by the tree, touching it, and just actually enjoying its energy. So what we're going to do is put down my offerings of the bananas that I had inside the house that I showed you. I'm just going to place them on the ground and let nature do its own thing with how they get collected and by whom. So I just spread them on the ground just so that anything that wants can come on over and take that offering. Now the other thing that I'm going to do, and I do this not on the tree but certainly around it, is I'm just going to come on over here in one of its roots right there, and I'm just leaving an offering now of honey. And that offering's for the Fae, it's for the tree, and it's for nature itself. And again, it's not going to be a lot of honey. It's just going to be as an offering and a thank you for everything that I've been given this past year and going forward. Okay, so we're back. So this is the view from my altar, and this is what inspires me both during the day as well as at night. The sounds you hear during the day and the night are just outstanding, and on the full moonlight, it's amazing. Now, as I said, you can do a certain amount of things to coexist with your altar and your cat, but there's no such thing as absolutely positively cat-proofing an altar. And nothing reminds you more of that than Shadow being in the window after walking across my altar to get there. So let's take a look now and see, what does my Beltane altar look like? So as we pan down now, you can see my altar all set up. I actually am enjoying some ginger green tea right now. It's wonderful and strongly and highly suggested. If you do love ginger and you do love green tea, it's a magical combination. As for my altar, however, there's some things I do want to bring forward. First and foremost is my choice of altar cloths. So Beltane, to me, the colors are really summery colors, yellow, oranges, reds, or different hues of red and pink. That being said, I went out and I bought a bath towel, and to utilize that as my altar cloth. And you're probably saying, what? Why a bath towel? So this is my tradition. It's something that I started doing a while back, and I enjoy doing it. So this altar cloth is going to be infused with the energy of the Sabbath, of Beltane, which is all about prosperity, it's about fertility, it's about kitty cats getting right into your screenshot and not wanting to move. Hold on one second. There we go. Thank you. It's all about positivity. So being infused with that energy and being infused with the ritual that I'm doing tonight, which is all about protection, love, and prosperity and abundance, this altar cloth is going to be my bath towel after that. And I do that with the other Sabbaths as well. So whichever Sabbath I might be on, I choose a bath towel that really, to me, resonates the Sabbath. I utilize that bath towel as my altar cloth, and then I infuse that energy into that bath towel. Now, when I go to get in my shower in the morning, whatever day I might be on, whatever energy I feel I need for that day is the towel I'm going to use. It's because I'll be cleansing myself in the shower. I'll be assuring that as I come out of the shower, I'm ready for new energy, and I'm ready to have energy that I'm looking to vibe with for that day. Henceforth, the bath towel, infused with the magical energy of that Sabbath, and the meaning of that energy is what I'll utilize to wipe myself down, dry myself off, and infuse that magical energy into myself for that day. I started doing this tradition a while back. I love doing it. It's something that I do each and every Sabbath, and let me know what you think in the comments about it. Now, as we move closer, I do have my magical tools, of course. I've got my stones, I've got my crystal ball, and I do have all of my candles set up for tonight. And because I'll be doing a lot of cauldron magic tonight, I've got my cauldron set up. One of the other tools I'll be utilizing tonight is this smudge stick. This smudge stick I bought today at this wonderful metaphysical shop called Open Doors, located on Main Street in Taunton, Massachusetts. So this smudge stick, what I'll be doing with it is actually cleansing my space, of course, but going around my property and blessing and cleansing my house, as well as my garage, my cars, and all my other personal belongings, to offer it the energy from Beltane. I'll be lighting this smudge stick from my cauldron tonight, utilizing the Beltane flame, henceforth anointing the energy of Beltane into the smoke coming from the smudge stick. Some of the other things I'll be utilizing tonight, as you can see, my grimoire. Now my grimoire has been pretty much undisturbed by the kitty cats. I just moved it over there because I'll be utilizing it as a reference to when I get into my actual ritual work for tonight. So there it is. That is my altar. I do hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Please be sure, like, subscribe, leave me a comment, and as always, ring that notification bell so you can get notified when new content is dropped by me onto my channel. Until next time, be safe, be well, and as always, be blessed.